Everybody, and a very good afternoon to all of you. This is our session 2 with High Tea with VaYU Shakti. I have with me my friend, my colleague on board, Saurabh Srivastava. Hi, Saurabh, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Liza. How are you?
Thank you very much. Wonderful. I'm doing very well as well.
Great
It
to be
is
back.
very exciting, yes, and we are doing our second session as we promised every Thursday, Eastern Standard Time at 3 p.m. That is High Tea with VaYU Shakti, where we're going to give you a lot of insight about who we are, what we do, and just a briefing about what we did last time. We are a integrative wellness company that offers nutrition, yoga, and lifestyle coaching all together integrated in a very holistic fashion. And we have some very exciting news for you from VaYU Shakti. And that's what we're going to talk about in this session today, a follow-up from last week. We briefly gave you an insight about our newest, exciting protocol that we have put together, which is the fall prevention protocol. Saurabh, I think we are on for some very good conversations here. I see a lot of excitement. People are talking about it, asking about it. Tell me a little bit more. What's the dialogue been, and how are people interacting after we've posted the information?
Well, yeah, sure. I mean, I think that's something that I would definitely love to talk about. We announced this campaign just last week in anticipation of the Fall Prevention Month that is upcoming, which is September, and a specific Fall Prevention Week, which is starting September 18th. And to be quite honest with you, we did not expect that we'll get this kind of a response, but there are a lot of people who are interested. They're asking questions. They're asking what this program is all about, how we are going to administer it. Is it going to be a remote program? Is it going to be an in-person program? What are the details of the program? So I do see a lot of interest out there, and that only shows, in my mind at least, and we knew it before we designed this program, but it tells you, it reinforces that thought or that feeling that fall is a very, very important topic when it comes to taking care of our elders.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about it last week when we were on this session, that fall is the number one reason that directly or indirectly leads to the death of elders, right? So it's a very somber thought, but I do feel that there are a lot of people out there who are very aware and who are very eager to reduce the falls and reduce the risk of falls. So I feel great about it, and I'm very excited that there is a lot of interest in this program.
You bet, Saurabh. Can't emphasize that enough. Having elderly people in the family, we all realize how important that is and how important it is to keep them, at bay from the falls, because that's definitely a great milestone that they need to keep up with. And so can't agree enough about how important and how significant this is, not just for the elder people, but we're also talking about all the others who may have a concern, who may have a balance issue, who may have a predisposed condition that's making them more vulnerable to falls. So this is definitely a great engagement and a great place to to venture with us with VaYU Shakti, to understand what you could do for yourself to prevent those falls. Saurabh, so I do understand that we're talking a lot about the evidence-based programs, right? Which is one of the requirements that they are asking for a lot of the senior centers when we go in conversation with them. Just throw some light into that, and how are we placing ourselves as far as the fall protocol is concerned? How do we stand there in terms of being an evidence-based program?
Sure, yeah. So great question, right? I mean, as you were talking about, there is a lot of interest. A lot of people are coming back and asking questions. One of the key questions that people have been asking, and rightly so, is whether the VaYU Shakti Fall Prevention Program is designated or is recognized as an evidence-based program. Now, most of the folks out here who are working in the elder care industry will know that, but just for the general benefit, when we are talking about this evidence-based program, we are not just talking about a program that is based on evidence. It's actually sort of a technical term, which is that there is this organization called NCOA and ACL. They have a list of programs that they have approved through a very rigorous process, and then they designate these programs as evidence-based programs. At present, there are about 72 programs that have been designated as such, and VaYU Shakti program has been in touch with them to become part of that list. However, unfortunately, and it's very at one level disappointing at this point, that they have suspended or paused the process to designate new programs as an evidence-based program. We don't know the reason for why that pause has happened, but we have been in touch with the ACL management team. We have been in touch with the NCOA leadership team. We have been conversing with them. We have presented all our evidence that we have for our program. We have presented to them the research papers based on which our protocols have been written, and all the other scientific evidence that we have, along with the methodology and the procedure and the complete details of, because when the ACL or NCOA designate a program to be an evidence-based program, they not only look at what is being done, they also look at how it is being done, right? So we have provided both the inputs over to them, but unfortunately that process is at this point paused. So we don't have an opportunity to become part of that or get that certification. Having said that, as we have reached out to some of the people who have asked this question, we do consider our program to be based on scientific research. We do consider our program to be backed by scientific evidence. And we do consider our program to be completely, being able to stand any kind of scientific scrutiny. And not only that, I would even say that this program that we are going to be launching, some of the older care centers are already talking about the start dates and stuff like that. This program itself is going to generate more data that we will then take and provide the feedback to the protocol so that the protocol itself can be improved upon. What we are doing, how we are doing, where we are doing, when we are doing, all of that will be looked upon once more. And I think if more and more people will join this program, they will actually be contributing towards us, being part of that list that NCOA or ACL have.
You know what, like you said, whatever misfortunes that happen or whatever unfortunate incidences that happen, that always leads you towards a fortunate challenge, right? And VaYU Shakti is all about challenging yourself and getting on stride with being, active and engaged in bringing out results. We are a result-oriented company, and that's really what we are seeking out for the elders or for the seniors, where we are able to bring them that quality of life with the yoga program and the nutrition program and the integrated lifestyle modification through that fall prevention protocol. So I can tell you how exciting this is, especially with, the nutritional aspects that we are looking at, and how significant that can be in terms of, how that can change for people, right? And I'm sure you agree with me on that, being a yoga teacher and being a yoga expert, how significant nutrition is in that sense.
Well, we have talked about it a few times, and I love to give the analogy of a car engine, right? I mean, you can put whatever kind of interventions you want to put in to tune the engine, which is what I look at yoga and other interventions about. But if you keep putting bad fuel in that engine, you can have the best engine, you can have the best mechanics, you can have it, always tuned to the best possible settings. But if you put in the wrong fuel, or you put in the suboptimal fuel, or you put in corrupted fuel, that engine will not run. It's just as simple as that.
Such a wonderful analogy put together. And we shared this article that came out in CNN today about talking about the importance and the significance of certain aspects of food, especially when you're talking about the nutrient density, specifically about the micronutrients, which are the vitamins and the minerals. Sure. That adds a very important, significant part, and we are in a world today where we probably are not looking at the density to be equivalent to what our forefathers ate. If we have to eat a bowl of spinach, we probably have to eat it to a great extent more than what they ate to match up with the nutritional density. So I can't stress enough to the, to our elders and to all our people who are watching us, that nutrition is an aided factor and a very integral factor that can support this whole protocol very well to almost become like a good support system and a good foundation to lead you on to doing good yoga and leading on to doing good lifestyle changes. So I'm very, very excited about it. And I know that you've already mentioned this in the past, but Saurabh, please tell our viewers how we can actually avail from this protocol. How can people participate in it? What, how will they, when is it starting, or some kind of, information, or where they could go out and look out for the information. If you can please give them some information about that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, happy to do that. I think, as you said, we have talked about it in our previous week session as well. We are working with a lot of different elder care centers, senior care centers, nursing homes, even hospice centers kind of places to, provide yoga services, provide services that can heal not only at a physical level, but also at an emotional and at a mental, even at a spiritual level. So, if you are engaged with any senior care center, if you are engaged with any elder care center, if you are working with a nursing home, you are working with a chiropractor, you are working with a physical therapist, inform them about this program. If you're interested, we would be happy to come and talk to them and give them an overview of this program and inform them about how to engage with it. By doing that, not only you will benefit, but any other person who is part of the same program will also benefit from the same program, right? So that's the best way to engage. I would also encourage you to come to our website, which is https or www.vayushakti.yoga. It's not .com, it's .yoga, because we are a yoga company. You can also send us an email at info@vayushakti.yoga, VaYuShakti.yoga. Those would be the best ways to reach with us. Our website has a place to also contact us. So those would be the best ways for doing that. In terms of when we are ready today. We would like to start as soon as possible. September is fast approaching. Our hope is that we can create maybe some role models out of some of you and showcase that as part of the festivities that will be going around during the month of September. But that's just one of the things, right? But what we would like to do is we would like to get involved with you on a long-term basis and make sure that your risk to fall is diminished greatly over a period of time. So hope that helps.
Excellent, excellent. Oh yes, for certain. I'm sure our viewers are quite eager to know more. So stay tuned for more with VaYU Shakti, and please visit our website for added information. And as Saurabh rightly said, it's never postponed for us. It's always now, here, and today. So we're ready for you whenever you want to join us. So stay tuned for more with High Tea with VaYU Shakti. And also, please know that the protocol that we have laid out, we've put a lot of thought into it in terms of the price point, making it very attractive, making it very affordable, and making it very conducive to the elder care facilities also, or the seniors by themselves. So stay tuned for High Tea with VaYU Shakti. This is your host and your health coach from VaYU Shakti, Lalita Ramamurthy. And with me, I have Saurabh Srivatsav, the yoga expert and the yoga teacher. We're always going to be there for you when you want to have any questions answered. But 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, bring your tea or coffee along and chit chat with us. We would love to hear from you. We would love to hear the queries you would have. We would love to see your participation. This is a very casual conversation, even though we have our jackets on. We're very chilled out people, and we're very fun-loving people. So stay tuned for High Tea with VaYU Shakti every Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you, Lita. It was nice to be here.
Lovely to be here as well.